morning, dear children. In the previous class, we started with Geography Chapter 5, Industries, and we discussed the meaning of industries, the classification of industries on the basis of size, ownership, and raw materials. Then we also discussed the small scale industries, the large industries, and the cottage industries. Today we are going to continue with the same chapter, and today we are going to study the different industries and the places where they are set up, and also one very important topic of this chapter, factors which affect the location of industries. So all these topics we are going to discuss in today's class. So let's continue with the explanation of the chapter further. So children, let's start with the factors needed for industries. So these are the main and the most important factors which affects the establishment of industries and factories. First, availability of raw material. This is the most important factor, that wherever the raw materials are available, the industries are set up in that particular place. Then land. As you all know, children, for the establishment of industries, a big land or very bigger land is required to set up big machineries, big industries. So land is also the factor which affects the establishment of industries. Then water for the industrial purposes. Then labor, that is the manpower is required for the smooth running of the industries. Then the power, electricity, the thermal power, the hydro power, whatever power is there, it's required for the running of the machinery. Then capital, huge amount of investment or the finance is required for the functioning of the industries. Then transport, once the goods are produced in the industries, the transportation is required to carry the produced goods to the marketplace. And then finally, or we should say above all, is the market, which affects a lot. The goods produced are sent to the market for selling. So these are the factors which affects the smooth running and functioning of the industries. Just what I have explained, these are the factors, or we can see the pictorial representation of all these things, or we can say all the factors which affects the establishment of industries. Then comes the industrial system, as to what type of system should be followed in the industries. So it is divided into three parts: input, processes, and output. In input, the raw materials are required, then the labor, transport, power, and the land. So these are the input factors which are required for the industrial system. Then the processes, converting all the raw materials into finished products. Then output is the finished products, or we can say the end products, and income earned in it. So whatever is produced, the products are then sent to the marketplace, and then the income is earned. So major industrial regions, or we can say the major places where these industries are set up, are Eastern North America, Western Europe, Central Europe, Eastern Europe, and Eastern Asia. So these are the places outside India, or we can say the major industrial regions in the world. Now the major industrial regions in India are Mumbai Pune cluster, Bangalore Tamil Nadu region, Hooghly region, Ahmedabad Baroda region, Chota Nagpur industrial belt, Visakhapatnam Guntur belt, Gurgaon Delhi Meerut region, Kollam Thiruvananthapuram industrial cluster. So these are the major regions in India, and these are the major industrial regions outside India. Now let's move on to the major, or we can say the most important industries. So in this category comes iron and steel industry, textile industry, and information technology. So under iron and steel industry, we'll see its world distribution as to in which places in the world these industries are set up. So it's there in Germany, USA, Japan, Russia, and China. And the leading producer of iron and steel industry in the world is USA. And the leading producer of iron and steel industry in India is Jharkhand. Now children, iron and steel industry is divided into three: input, processes, and output. So let's see what is the input of iron and steel industry. Iron ore, coal, limestone, labor, capital, and site. So these are the things which are basically required for the functioning of iron and steel industry. So now how this is processed, like converting iron ore into steel. So by using all these products, they are further processed and these are transformed into steel. Then output is the steel which may be used by other industries as raw material. So what is the output of this iron and steel industry? Is the steel which is further used as a raw material in many other industries. So iron and steel property and its uses. Steel is tough and it can easily be shaped, cut, or made into wire. Then special alloys of steel can be made by adding small amounts of other metals such as aluminium, nickel, copper. These alloys give steel unusual hardness, toughness, or ability to resist rust. Steel is often called the backbone of modern industry. So children, it is very important to remember that steel is called the backbone of modern industry. Almost everything we use is either made of iron and steel or has been made with tools and machinery of these metals. Then ships, trains, trucks, autos, they are all made of steel. Even the safety pins and the needles we use, they are also made from steel. Oil wells are drilled with steel machinery. So this is the iron and steel industry, and the huge place is required and big machinery setup is required for the iron and steel industry. Then next is textile industry. In the world, it is found in the USA, Japan, India, China, and Russia, and Japan in Osaka. Osaka in Japan is the leading producer of textile industry in the world, and Ahmedabad in Gujarat in India is the leading producer of iron of textile industry. Then let's see what is the input or what are the factors required for the textile industry. So cotton, labor, factory, and transport system is required. Then what all are the process in the textile industry? Ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing and printing are the different processes which is done in the textile industry, and output is the shirt or the clothes we wear. So this is the pictorial representation or the picture of the textile industry. Then comes information technology. Important cities in India where information technology industries are set up are Mumbai, New Delhi, Hyderabad, Chennai, Gurgaon, Pune, Thiruvananthapuram, Kochi and Chandigarh. So these are the places where information technology industries are being set up. So this is the software technology park in India. So children, I hope you all have understood the different industries and the inputs required for the three industries and how these raw materials they are processed and what is the output of these three industries. And also children, the places these industries are being set up, where they are found, you all might be understanding it. It is clear in your minds. So underline all the places in your book and try to remember where these industries are being set up in India as well as in the countrywide, in the worldwide, abroad. So that is all for today. Go through the chapter, read the chapter for better understanding and try to understand the whole chapter thoroughly. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a good day.